Hello, I'm Kyle with Utility Composites Incorporated. We are the manufacturer of Blackmagic polymer composite staples. A lot of people know us as the melting plastic staple guys. While that statement does not precisely describe what our staples do, it does convey the uniqueness of Blackmagic staples compared to metal staples. The most unique feature of Blackmagic staples is that they melt during the autoclave process when they are no longer needed for holding the splice, wick pad, or polyfilm in place. Every day we get inquiries from people worldwide asking questions about our product line, so we decided to put together a video series called Blackmagic Staples University, or BMSU for short, in an effort to answer as many of those questions as we can. In this first video, I will answer the question, why should precure retreaders use Blackmagic staples? Let's start with what Blackmagic staples are. The formal name of our product is polymer composite staples. In layman's terms, polymer composite is a type of plastic. Blackmagic staples really are plastic. Now that doesn't mean that they are melted down milk jugs, and we are a recycling company that's found a great use for recycled materials. Blackmagic staples are made from a high-tech blend of composite materials that provide the unique properties required for this application. Almost everyone I talk to asks me, will they penetrate and securely hold together tread splices, wick strips, tire tags, or polyfilm? The answer is yes, and very well in these applications. Blackmagic staples will securely hold in place tire splices, bench splices, wick pads and strips, as well as polyfilm and tire tags. However, they work a little bit differently than metal staples. To obtain optimum performance, there are a few key things that you need to understand, which will be explained in more detail in the second video of this series. So, why should precure retreaders use Blackmagic staples? To answer this question, you must first clearly understand three unique features that make Blackmagic staples perfect for precure retreading operations. If you're like most people, once you hear these features, I'm sure that you will clearly understand why you should use Blackmagic staples in your facility and immediately turn off this video so that you can call in your first order. However, for those of you that might need a little more convincing, please watch the video to the end as I explain why so many retreading facilities worldwide are using Blackmagic staples. The three main features I will highlight in this video are: 1. Blackmagic staples are completely non-metal. 2. Blackmagic staples melt during vulcanization. And 3. Blackmagic staples do not need to be removed from the tires. Since you have not yet switched off this video and run to the telephone, let's take a closer look at why these features are so beneficial to your business. As far as the 100% non-metal staples point is concerned, put yourself in the consumer's position. What does the average consumer think about visible metal in their tires? They think visible metal is not a good thing. They view it as poor quality at best and at worst a potential problem for their tire. We recently bought a retread tire to use as a model at a trade show from a source that I won't disclose, and guess what? That tire had no less than 10 staples unintentionally left in the tread at the splice of the tire. How would your customers react if that ever happened? Or what if some of the tires your company recaps will have tubes inside of them? Ask yourself, does the potential presence of a loose metal staple inside the casing pose a problem for tubes? I'm sure that if you've been in the retreading business long enough, you've seen these types of problems occur. They are not good problems to face, and they are completely avoidable using Blackmagic staples. On to the next feature. Why is it so great that Blackmagic staples melt during vulcanization? Let's be honest, what's not great about that? The staples do their intended job and then virtually disappear when they are no longer needed. Now the staples don't actually disappear. What happens is the crown of the staple flattens against the surface of the tire and the connection to the staple legs becomes very weak. The flattened black staple matches the tire surface and has a pleasing appearance. The crown might still be slightly visible, but it will slough off with a few rotations of the tire in service. For the third feature, what is not to be loved about eliminating the need to remove staples from tires? There is one less step in the production of the tire, and operators will not tear up their hands removing metal staples. You will no longer have metal staples littering the floor, getting stuck in your shoes, puncturing your customers' tire tubes, or the worst problem of them all, damaging your envelopes. That's right, no more jagged metal staples damaging your envelopes. Now before I go much further, it's important for me to mention, Blackmagic staples are more expensive than metal staples, but you have to look at the big picture. We do not manufacture Blackmagic staples with the intention of increasing your operating costs. If we did, you wouldn't be watching this video because we would have gone out of business a long time ago. The purpose of Blackmagic staples is to save you money. When you consider the big picture, you will clearly see that when you switch from metal staples to Blackmagic staples, your staple costs will indeed increase, but many of your other operating costs will decrease by a greater amount. Therefore, the more expensive Blackmagic staples will actually save you money. Let me show you how. We've come up with a very user-friendly method for you to see exactly how much money Blackmagic staples will save you. If you visit our website at www.blackmagicstaples.com and then hover over the Technical Data tab and then click on the Cost Savings Worksheet, you will find an easy-to-use cost savings calculator. All you have to do is fill in the blank fields with your facility-specific information. I want to highlight a few parts of our cost calculator, starting with the time it takes to remove metal staples per tire. Now, if I were to ask one of your operators how long it takes them to remove metal staples per tire, they would likely respond with something near a couple of seconds. I've seen operators remove staples from a tire with one quick slide of a tool. However, this is not an accurate measurement of staple removal process time. To accurately determine the time it takes to remove metal staples from a tire, you have to take into account the entire staple removal process, not just the actual act of removing the staples. The best way to determine this number is to time the process with a stopwatch. Start the timer as soon as the first tire from the autoclave arrives at the staple removal station. Continue timing until the last tire leaves the staple removal station and the last staple has been swept from the floor. Then stop the timer. Take the number of seconds from the timer and divide it by the number of tires that came out of the autoclave. This is the number of seconds it takes to remove staples per tire at your facility. Enter this number into the first field of the cost savings calculator. The next field is the operator's labor cost per hour. This number will vary from location to location, but it's important to understand that this number is not the hourly wage that an employee receives for their time and labor. It's the total cost that their employer pays for that employee to work. Let's just say your employee makes $10 per hour. This is not the number to use in this field. You must use the total cost of the employee that the employer pays, including taxes, insurance, and benefits. Typically, an employer pays at least 23% more per hour than the employee's realized hourly rate, and often as much as 35% or more. For accuracy, it is vital to use the employer's hourly burden and not the employee's hourly rate. Finally, enter the number of tires your facility produces per month. This is multiplied by 12 to provide you a total annual number. I want to point out that Blackmagic staples will help you eliminate an entire step in your process, which is something metal staples cannot do. With Blackmagic staples, tires can go straight from the autoclave to painting and final inspection. Next, enter information pertaining to materials damaged by metal staples. In this field, enter the total number of envelopes at your facility that are damaged per month by metal staples. Then, enter the cost of an envelope. Next, enter the approximate number of wick pads torn by metal staples per month, and lastly, the cost per wick pad. At this point in the evaluation process, I would be willing to bet that Blackmagic staples are already saving you money. However, there are a few more costs to include in order to receive a comprehensive calculation of your savings. This data may take you a little more time to collect. These other costs include the number of reruns from using damaged envelopes, the cost of a rerun, the number of foot and hand injuries caused by metal staples per year, the average cost of an injury, the number of customer complaints from having metal staples in their tires, and the overall cost for resolving a customer complaint. Keep in mind, repeat customer complaints can and probably will result in lost business. The final step in completing our cost savings calculator is to enter your cost of metal staples per thousand. The computer will then subtract the cost of Blackmagic staples per thousand, and then all that's left is entering your annual amount of staple consumption in the thousands. At the end of the worksheet, you will be able to immediately see how much money your company will save per month and per year. It's easy and it's accurate. In summary, with consistent use of Blackmagic staples, your retread facility will be completely metal staple free and will see a reduction in labor cost by eliminating the staple removal step and eliminating staple cleanup from the floor and surrounding areas. Your facility will also see a significant reduction in materials costs by completely eliminating punctured envelopes caused by metal staples and eliminating lost time and tire reruns from using envelopes that have been damaged by metal staples. Blackmagic staples put an end to metal staples littering the floor and to workers' compensation claims due to cuts and puncture wounds from the staple removal process. And one more thing, you can finally stop taking your work home with you because you will no longer have metal staples stuck in the soles of your shoes. Blackmagic staples provide precure retreading facilities the advantage of being free from the problems caused by metal staples. The results? Streamlined production, beautiful tires made in less time at a significant cost savings for you. In this Blackmagic Staples University video, I have explained why someone would want to use Blackmagic staples instead of metal staples. In the next Blackmagic Staples University video, I will cover what you need to know about the differences between using Blackmagic staples and metal staples. For questions regarding Blackmagic staples, please contact us or your local distributor using the information on the next screen. We are always happy to hear directly from you. Thank you to all my Treadhead friends for tuning into this edition of Blackmagic Staples University. I hope to see you again on the next edition of Blackmagic Staples University. And always remember, if a larger bottom line is what you desire, put Blackmagic staples in your tire.